Just light them on fire.
He's just gonna play
Renekton.
I mean, this is another great way to set up single target. As Nami is tricky here. I feel like in the laning phase, you feel like you need this power. Otherwise, every other support you pick just gets bopped. Like Leona, not a chance. Not going to want to play like even Janna in this lane as much as we like to talk about how that's kind of, maybe it's a range thing we could play down there.
Yeah. All right, we are also having our players being relatively loud as well, as Diablo and Lehens
heal for another tempo trade.
Yeah, another Glitter Lance does come on through onto Delight. This may actually get them out of the lane. You were mentioning the Q. There it goes from Diablo. And Delight taken down to 100 health already. Diablo now fighting against Gumayusi. Barrier is going to be exchanged between the two.
Blue side if you have the winning lane, but they have it here, and Sponge is going to find his angle. Delight solo.
Yep, Circle goes in. Let's see whether Sponge can actually lock this one down as they look for Guma, and they will pick it up. But Lance is dead, and so is Diablo.
Needs this blue buff to secure it, and I think they're going to have to fight with him defensively for it. Zeka's coming over.
Yeah, Gumayusi getting over the wall here as well as Lehens is in a lot of trouble. Kanavi picks up the kill, and now Scout is just going to be taken down as collateral damage. Nothing Diablo can do about it, and it is now 4-1 in favor of HLE.
Or you just don't get to play.
Yeah. Well, now we've got a little bit of an attack onto Zeus here. The Ruthless Predator should come through from Kingen. There it is, gold card to follow up, and that is a very dead Gnar. So Scout gonna lock that one down. Diablo with the barrier, Gumayusi using his as well as the bubble is going to miss. Flash out from Delight as Nongshim showing that they still have some fight in them in this 2v2. But HLE are able to just get themselves out of the way. Diablo with his ultimate running was still a bit scary, but once it runs
so close
out, yeah, Tidal Wave comes on through, and Diablo sidesteps it nicely. But HLE is still on the attack.
The heal's coming up, but it's not ready yet.
Oh, Scout just gets one out, and it is going to be Gumayusi baited in. The circle comes through. Scout won it.
As in live, we're not done yet.
Oh dear.
Lee Sin down there.
Scout is likely to just die to Kanavi here. And that is exactly what is going to happen. There it is, the Tempest to take him down. The solo. Yep.
Which is a pretty appropriate response, I would say.
Yeah, because Scout was actually just in the top lane.
Scout, unfortunately, I think he just didn't see the angle here. It's the Sonic Wave into the
safeguard kick.
Safeguard, thank you. And then the kick. The Sponge.
Oh, Bubble. Bubble to collect him. Tidal Wave, but the Flash gets Sponge out of there. Lehens, as Scout with his Rod of Ages in hand, does have his Destiny up and available right now.
All Lehens.
Oh, you don't want to be Warden there. And now Diablo might be going down as well. Foster's bomb comes in. Somehow that rocket didn't connect, but the bubble will. And that's going to set up for the Sonic Wave for the kill.
And Sponge is going to come up here, but Delight is shadowing. They want to kill the orange buff one more time.
Or is he the orange tank wolf? That's the question. As Kingen, he's a Ruthless Predator. There's a nice Tidal Wave as Zeus flashes out of the way to avoid Sponge. And now the Realm Warp will be the doom of the Jarvan. Yeah, Sponge ain't getting out of that one. No flash, no chance. At least did have some minions left up and available, but the turret shot will follow him. And down will go the Jarvan. Nongshim kind of falling apart.
And then a very, very tough but playable game too, as Kingen is just going to go right back to his death potentially.
Yeah, there is an attempted move over here from Scout as well, as down goes Kanavi. Lehens almost falls one more time. And that is quest completion here for the TF. Zeus, I don't know whether you want to be moving up, as we have Scout locking that gold card in. He does hop to try and get away, but the Ruthless Predator comes in. And Zeus, I think, will be falling. Another gold card cycled through. And now Gumayusi is looking to try and kill Sponge. This turret does not really feel like safety. As the Cataclysm comes on forward, flash out from Delight will keep him alive.
Third item actualizer spike.
Yeah. He is going to have a rapid fire cannon at some point after the Lichbane. Is now Diablo going in, flashes over the Tidal Wave, looking for the kill, and he'll pick it up! Oh my god, this guy's insane. He gets kicked in the face though, and Kanavi will be able to shut that one down pretty quickly. Good polymorph there from Lehens to try and even out the scoreline. But a 1-for-1, if you're losing, feels all right.
Collapse onto this soon-to-be mini Gnar. But Lens is alone until Sponge gets here.
Yeah, does miss that one as he finds a polymorph onto Zeus. Sponge just trying to catch him in an attempted hop angle, and Zeus is just making them look silly at this point. Lehens, that hyper proc is, oh my goodness, Gatling gun is enough to take down the Lulu. And Lehens is just having one of those games by the looks of things.
Yeah, well, unfortunately for Lehens, Zeus just broke his kneecaps, and
oh dear, Zeka is now looking to try and escape. Diablo loses interest in the whole situation. Sponge is dead. Some reason.
Anticlimactic end of the series. Wait. Starting to feel like with Diablo. Let's see if he can outplay this. I don't think so.
No, not at all.
It says it right there in game that it's real, but I don't trust it.
Well, Kingen is looking for Zeus. Is in between a couple of turrets. Kanavi comes on over. The tidal wave is in from Delight as well. Somehow that play worked out. Decent wild growth does come in though. And now Sponge gets the knock up onto Kanavi. He's going to go down. Cataclysm onto Gumayushi as HLE may have overextended this time around. And Scout will be able to lock that one down. There is the Glitterlance holding Delight in position as the Flash Gold card onto the Gnar will possibly help Nongshim grab this kill unless... Okay, there it is. Wildcards is going to connect. Rune Prison comes in as Zeka not able to get the next Q in on top of Scout as somehow Scout is living. The Merc Wolves getting involved. And Nongshim, this is looking precarious to say the least. Delight going to get slurkled to death. And Zeka is going to get closed in on by Diablo. And he locks it down. As this should just be a charge onto this inner turret.
25 kills at 18 minutes, one of those games.
Oh my goodness, once again, this is just so bloody. As, okay, Destiny, we were not fighting for about 2.5 seconds. We need to start fighting again. As the tidal wave comes in, the kickback onto Kingen. His health bar's just massive still, though, as Zeus is looking to move on down. Cole the Meek doing a whole bunch of work here. As HLE will get themselves out of the way of the angry crocodile, but also Nongshim not finding too much.
HLE does not have vision right now.
Oh, Kanavi possibly turned on here as there's the wild growth to get the knock up onto the Lee Sin. He's trying to get himself out of there, but the tidal wave to save him, and he turns it around, picks up the kill onto the Renekton, and the Realm Warp is going to be interrupted crucially here, but lands on the wrong side of that one, and he will be taken out.
Has it ready? His Destiny Gate is back online. Maybe he can find some sort of flank angle here, but they're just so well grouped. Here comes Sponge.
Looking for the engage, but Sponge is just going to get taken down into the Cataclysm. Goes to Crocodile, though he cuts down. The Gumayushi is just tidied up. And now Diablo with that wild growth able to keep himself alive. Zeus trying to do what he can as there's the hop to get the kill. What is he, Mario? What the heck was that? As now Kingen slicing and dicing around the battlefield, looking to try and take down Kanavi as the Realm Warp not going to quite work out here. As Kingen, can he take down Kanavi? The answer is no, as the resonating strike just a little bit too much. But then you take a couple of Barons off the Rift. Broken their backs though at this stage. 6.5k is a really big lead, but you can see Nongshim still looking for an angle. As no one's really out of position. I think that's what Scout was looking for. As now the Realm Warp as the answer. Zeka is alone. The flash in from Kingen, realizing he just needs to cut his losses. The flanking Diablo, I'm not entirely sure about that one, but maybe it's going to work as he flashes out of the way from Zeus. But Zeus just crushes him. And HLE, they're going to follow suit. Lehens trying to run quickly away from this one. The kick flash onto Scout will be the end of him. He breaks his arm guard first, and then HLE will break him himself. The Nexus turrets are going to do the same thing. And HLE, yeah, they dropped the ball in game number 1, but man, the next couple were definitely decisive, and they were bloody, as that last Nexus will go down on this 6-game day.